Welcome in 365 Sports. Zach Gelb in the flesh. It's weird that I'm not looking at you here.
Yes, on a computer.
Yeah, it's weird. We're here. This is where we get to see you every year. This is, I try to describe it for adults like us in the sports media, this is our summer camp, right?
Yeah.
This is what it is.
I was a big summer camp guy.
Yeah.
I was a division leader at my summer camp after being a camper there. So for 3 summers, I was in charge of all the 7th and 8th grade boys. Man, that develops character real quick. That's tough. You have all these college coaches bitching about name, image, and likeness. Go deal with a bunch of 7th and 8th grade boys for 8 weeks.
Make them shower. Make them
brush their teeth, change their sheets. You know, some of them were going through puberty, some of them weren't. So the ones that weren't got made fun of. Crazy.
Such a weird thing to make fun of somebody for.
Yes.
Because it's not.
But that's the petulance of kids.
Yeah,
Trust me, we were all worse.
It's not like it's fun.
Now just all that stuff gets broadcasted because everyone has a cell phone. Oh my God! Imagine some of the stuff that we would have got caught with on camera back in the day. Mm-hmm. We'd all be canceled.
Yeah.
We all wouldn't have careers.
Oh my
We'd all be broke.
We'd
all be like, you know what? I'm pissed. I'm really pissed. I am so let down and disappointed. I love Smokey.
Yeah.
Love him. Walked past me this week, gave me the wave. I was on the air, and I'm like, oh, I'm walking over. And I walk up to you. I go, where the heck is Smokey? He abandoned us.
Yeah.
He left. The guy that is the backbone, going to need back surgery right here.
Yeah, I hope not.
Sources say.
He's going to be. He's in the medical tent. He's going to be evaluated.
He's in concussion protocol.
he's being evaluated in the tent. He's in the tent. Yeah, it's we'll give more news as we have it.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. Yeah, I know.
I give you the exclusive, folks.
Yeah, it's going to break. He even said 2
I'm
days
tweeting
ago,
it out now. Sources say Smokey needs surgery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every week I come on, he's doing some read for some other body part that needs to be fixed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, his
whole body's going to be sponsored next year.
When you're 65 years old, though, there are new things that pop up that you need to advertise. So
you know what? We have to have a heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
We have to sit Smokey down, and we have to say it's time to take more vacation. I got him to Nebraska.
Yeah.
My resume, that's number 1 on top of the resume. Guy that got Smokey to take a day off and go to Nebraska. I think if we make sure that he understands more vacation, he'll have a longer run.
Yeah, he's still got that kind of radio mindset of what's going to be on the air.
He's a workaholic.
Yeah.
Hardest working guy I know.
Yeah. What's going to be on the air, and he's just, I think, now starting to realize, it's YouTube. Whatever.
He's like Belichick. Let me tell you something. This snap face, this Insta chat. Smokey doesn't have a 24-year-old girlfriend, right?
No. Right now, he's in no physical condition to handle that. So
not yet. Pop a few pills, he'll be good. Doing.
Let's not put the cart before the horse here. Let's make sure the bag is okay.
This episode of 365 Sports is brought to you by Viagra. I'm Smokey.
We'll take it. So, Zach, this week, it's funny. This has been one of the more mundane, controversial Super Bowl weeks I can remember.
Oh, yeah. There's no build-up to this game, but this is what I struggle with. Us as media members, since we're here, we're like, there's no build-up to the game.
Well, this game, that's good, right?
Yeah, and that's what I think the fan cares the most when they tune in on Sunday, that they get a great game, and I believe this is going to be an awesome game.
Yeah, actually, there's more drama that happened right over here with Shannon and Chad Johnson.
What happened? They fought?
James Harrison and Chad Johnson almost got into it.
I saw James Harrison out the other night at dinner. I went out with Brian McFadden and Patrick Peterson. Yeah. And Brian played with James Harrison. Mm-hmm. And he, snuck up from behind on him to say hello. And Brian, who's defensive back, half of his arm got around James's neck. And I go, I would not sneak up on James Harrison. That dude still looks like he could go for 102 yards to the house for a touchdown in a Super Bowl.
Brian McFadden, FSU legend, just throwing that out there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right. So, yeah, I mean, it's not.
Did you go to Florida State?
I did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's been a rough year for
Fisk verse, good. I saw Norvell at the Rams-Eagles playoff game.
Okay.
He was there watching his guys.
Yeah.
I like Norvell going back to Memphis. when he was coaching Memphis. A big year for them coming on up.
Yeah, it's important. It's very important. They got to get it right.
So Harrison almost threw down here?
Yeah, almost threw down. Like right wherever they were shooting, it was like right over there.
Let me tell you, if I was in a dark alley and I needed one person to get me past the deadliest man in the country that was like ready to kick my ass, I'm calling James Harrison. Warren Sapp walked off of me this week.
Really?
What a baby. Sensitive. We were having a great conversation. Hit it off. You would have thought we've known each other for like 20 years. I go, who's the best player in the draft? He goes, Travis Hunter. I go, okay, where's Shador on the list? He's like, right after him. And then he said, Cam Ward. So 1, 2, 3. I go, what about Abdul Carter? He goes, when was the last time there's a great pass rusher from Penn State?
Micah Parsons.
And that's what I said. And he looked at me as if I said the dude from Ohio State that was Vernon Golston, right? And he threw down the headset and walked off. He goes, I can't talk ball with you. Bizarre. I've had people hang up on me. It's not the first time. Or walk off. This one makes no sense.
Oh, you got
like I understand Aaron Donald, who didn't hang up on me, his PR person just jumped in, not wanting to talk about the helmet swinging incident.
Yeah.
You know, even Deebo Samuel, who ran his mouth about the Eagles, and then he slammed the phone at the person. This, to me, I'm sitting there, and still to this day, I'm like the next day I go, he walked off for that? And I went to go shake his hand as he was walking off. He left me hanging. Left me hanging.
You should send that to Micah. Michael get some mileage out of that.
We had Micah on before him. So I wish we had him on after him because Micah would have had a field day.
Yes.
Micah doesn't even say T.J. Watt's a top 5 pure pass rusher.
Yeah.
So what would he would have said if Warren Sapp was basically trying to shake him down? Crazy.
Warren Sapp, like Micah Parsons would have fit well in those early Bucks
But you know what it was? He was hungry. The big fella was hungry. He sat down. He's like, how many more of these do I have to do? I'm starving. Like, dude, you have 4,000 handlers with you. Tell one of them to go get you a bagel and shut up.
Yeah. Is he still just like an assistant to the assistant at Colorado?
I think he's their defensive line coach.
Okay, yeah.
And hey, I started him off. I loved Amari McNeil this year we had a great conversation. And then out of nowhere, it wasn't as if I said some scrub. I'm talking about Micah Parsons.
Yeah. You didn't ask him about some of the stuff that's happened to him, off the field. Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like Aaron Donald. You said Aaron Donald. Like, I get not wanting to talk about that. Now, hanging up is like.
Well, he didn't hang up. Donald. It's just his PR people stepped in. He was like, I think he was promoting a product. It was Dr. Teal's, and he's like, I'm just here to talk about Dr. Teal's. It was kind of like with Dan Patrick back in the day with Matt Harvey and Qualcomm.
Yeah. Before we get into more about the game, your New York Metropolitans brought back Pete Alonso like you thought they would.
Yes, and it's on a 2-year deal with an opt-out after 1. So they're still in play for Vladdy. Because his father is the most upset I've ever been with my franchise not getting a free agent. I think the first time you got your heart broken. I remember as a kid, I was always tracked the bottom line when Vladdy was a free agent, and everyone thought he was going to the Mets. I remember the last game that year, someone went to the stadium in a black Met Guerrero jersey, and we all thought they were going to get him, and then it popped up on the screen that he signed with the Angels. So I want his son. And I want his son to eventually replace Pete Alonso, who I like, but Pete's good. He's not great.
Vladdy, when he was with the Angels, hit like .495 against the Rangers. Like if you went like it was
his arm though in right field. Yeah. That's what I love the most.
Yeah. No, he could stand flat-footed against the wall and like flick his wrist.
He would throw guys out of first base.
Yeah, and just done. Yeah. Done. Absolutely. All right. So the Eagles have a team that's built to combat Patrick Mahomes in this offense, for sure, and in their defense. They have a team that's built to do it. Can they and will they do it?
I think they're winning 31-23.
All right.
Now, I'm also the same idiot that the last 2 years has picked against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
If they can't, we have no hope.
Yeah.
Because the Ravens can't get the job done. The Bills beat them 4 times the regular season, none in the postseason. The Niners have blew 2 10-point leads up against them. The Bengals had their run. Now we'll see if they're ever going to be able to get back. But they didn't even win a Super Bowl even the year they beat Kansas City. So if the Eagles can't do it, have the better roster 1 through 53, then we're in a world of problems for years to come. Now, here's the thing. I look at the Texans. The Texans' defense did a great job in that first half, but their offense just, for whatever reason, wasn't ready to go this year. The Eagles' offense, we know, is ready to go. So I think the start of the game, even though you won't win the game in the first half, but I think the start of the game is so big, and at halftime, the way the Eagles play needs to reflect it. If we're looking at halftime, be like, oh, the Eagles are the better team, but the Chiefs are within a touchdown or the Chiefs are somehow up, that's a big-time problem.
Yeah, I wonder, like, is it going to take a Saquon Barkley, like, big run to maybe, like, get the Chiefs on their heels a little bit defensively?
I have three touchdown bets in this game. I hit Matt Collins, by the way, plus 600.
Yeah.
That was I said on the air, it's the most confident I've ever been about a bizarre bet, Matt Collins plus 600. Mm-hmm. I like Dallas Goedert touchdown. Mm-hmm. I think it's plus 330. The next one I'm going to give you is not crazy. It's Travis Kelce at plus 150, plus 125. Mm-hmm. And then I forget where Devontae Smith's number is. I think it's in the twos. Devontae Smith anytime touchdown. Those are my 3 anytime touchdown plays. Only 3 bets I made in the game.
You know, Devontae Smith, he's that guy, like, he's kind of the one who in the red area plus, like, can kind of like sneak out because I think they worry about A.J. Brown a little bit more because he's bigger. And then all of a sudden you have this great touchdown. Like last week to Devontae Smith, it's like, okay, or 2 weeks ago to Devontae Smith, it's like, well, they were worried about A.J. Brown getting this thing. And then he's like, well, I won the Heisman friggin' trophy. Yeah.
And also I think the time off helps A.J. Brown because he started to get his legs back in the last game. Being around that Eagles team the few times I don't think he's been that healthy. And I don't think that's a secret. That's not inside info, but enough people have said that.
Yeah, I think that. So, if we had you on since Brian Schottenheimer was hired, we talked about that.
I don't recall, but I was on with you guys last week.
Yeah. Okay, so we were probably talking about it.
Yeah. Drama Dallas choking Cowboys.
Yeah.
A puppet. Yeah. Should have just kept McCarthy. I know negotiations. Mm-hmm. Mike wanted 5. Jerry wanted 3. Can we meet in the middle, folks, at 4? I'm not a math guy, but come on. Right at 4.
Yeah. And it's weird talking to a lot of the ex-players. They have a lot of reverence for Jerry Jones.
Yes.
And they love Jerry.
Micah loves him.
Yeah. Everybody loves Jerry. But they'll all say, like, he's in his own way.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they'll all admit that. Like, I love him, but he's in his own way.
It's been the same thing for 3 decades.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't win, because his own way is drama. Mm-hmm. His own way is reality TV. It's not constructing the best football team. Mm-hmm. And say what you want about McCarthy, and I don't even love McCarthy. I don't like McCarthy. I don't love him. I'd rather have McCarthy than Schottenheimer.
And look, I don't even.
And McCarthy, what did you get out of it? You thought you were going to get the Bears job. You thought you were going to get the Saints job. They didn't even want to really do an interview with you, and he did the. You're not breaking up with me, I'm breaking up with you. Yeah. That's what he did.
Well, and look, and the guy who he moved on from Kellen Moore, is probably getting that job. I mean, I would think that it's going to be him since he's in this game and they haven't hired anybody yet.
Yeah. Kellen Moore's going to get – the whole thing's bizarre.
Yeah.
And that's the other – if I'm the Cowboys, I would have hired Kellen Moore over Brian Schottenheimer. And I don't even love Kellen Moore as a head coach candidate. He was supposed to be a head coach a few years ago, and all he's done is just bounce around offensive coordinator spots. If you ask me who has more upside, Brian Schottenheimer or Kellen Moore, I would go. They didn't even get Kellen Moore. They couldn't even do that right.
And
little puppet Schottenheimer is.
And I like Kellen when he was with the Cowboys. I think he's young. He's young and he's going to get to a point. But also, he was handed Saquon Barkley this year, and he was the first coach that Saquon Barkley's ever had that said, like, hey, maybe I should focus on this guy.
By the way, I forgot to tell you this. I had Paige Baranek on this week.
So do we.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Was Smokey here for that?
Yeah, he was. That's probably the way to go home.
Source told me, Paige Baranek, interested in Smokey. Interested in Smokey.
There we go.
Bam, chicka, wow.
You're going to kill that old man. You're going to kill him. Yeah.
Did Smokey even know who she was before she sat down?
Oh, yeah. He's a golf fanatic.
Oh, okay.
And so he has his text chain of his golf buddies was just like, and these are old guys who don't do text
They're all
chains.
texting.
They're all
Did
like,
you tell her everything's bigger in Texas?
Yeah. You should have seen the creepy old men in our chat room.
Yeah, you should have seen all the people that work for my company that I don't even know who they are just show up and they're standing behind me. I'm like, who the heck? Oh, you guys work for us?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I'm like, I didn't know you guys were coming to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm Glenn. I'm in marketing. Okay, nice to meet you, Glenn.
Go get me a new deal.
Yeah, love your show. They're like, who are you now?
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. So, so you said 31-23.
Yes,
31-23. All right. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about. My wife does not want the Chiefs to win with extreme prejudice. She's over the Chiefs. She's a Titans fan.
So she hates Taylor Swift?
She's apoplectic about Taylor Swift.
Okay.
So
Swifties, I don't condone this man and his wife. Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I don't
want to mess with the Swifties.
I'm more of a Swiftie than she is.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Dude,
feeling 22?
Yeah. No, I'm more of a bad blood. That was mine.
Oh,
it was bad blood.
Gotcha.
That was mine with bad blood.
If you think I'm well versed in the lyrics here.
Oh yeah.
It's like when I talk like pop culture with Smokey. Hey, Smokey, you know who Shabuzi is? You know who Cardi B is?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he does know who Cardi B is. He likes that one song.
WAP?
Yeah, that's the one he's into. He always puts it on his iPod.
Then we spell it out for him and he knows what it means.
Love it, Zach. Love it. No, but I am, as a Cowboys fan, biologically, I'm opposed to the Eagles winning. But I would also like to see a dynasty crumble. So I don't know.
Guys aren't going to like my take on this one.
What's that?
The Eagles this Sunday, they're America's team.
They probably are. The Cowboys.
If they don't win, we have no hope.
The Cowboys.
The rest of we're running out of teams.
Look. The Cowboys are not they're America's team and trademark only, and that they have that, right?
Yeah.
Like they were, but they're America's team, like saying McDonald's has the best cheeseburgers. There was a time where when they were the only fast food restaurant, they were probably number one. But there wasn't In-N-Out or Whataburger or Wendy's or any of that other stuff.
I worked at a Five Guys in high school.
Five Guys, there you go, yeah.
I used to cook the burgers, and I would sneak in the back, and I would, steal the cheese. And I would just eat cheese during my breaks.
What's there?
I spilled the grease bucket once. Oh. First day on the job, they're like, new guy, you got to clean the grease. The grease. So I put in the bucket, and I saw that grease bucket just fall, big orange, Home Depot bucket. You would have thought there was an invasion of fire. Everyone's reaction was ah!
So
that's what happens. You have a white Jewish kid cooking burgers. And cleaning grease traps?
Did you learn their philosophy? I support them wholeheartedly because of their philosophy on fries. They
stack the bag. They say over deliver on fries, and then when I first was cooking the burgers, I pressed the patty down, and the guy goes, "Don't ever do that." He goes, "We want our grease to be dripping on the floor." He picked up a burger. I'll never forget it with his bare hand and just squeezed it, and so all the gunk and the grease just drip on out. He goes, "That's how we want our burgers."
So you
could thank them for whenever you have a heart attack.
Yeah. So many people are trying to make you eat salads, and they're just leaning into F your salads.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I lost 90 pounds in the last 5 years, so I always have a soft spot because I'm still a large guy. Yeah. I've never enjoyed salad more. I make we'll put grilled chicken in it, chicken sausage. I really enjoy salad these days.
I'm trying to get back down to the fighting weight, and I've discovered that you can make almost anything out of cottage cheese, and it's healthy.
Is that true?
Seriously, you go on Instagram.
That sounds like something my grandmother would say.
Yeah, I mean, you go on Instagram, and there's all these cottage. You make pizza crust with it. It's chock full of protein.
Yeah.
All these jacked dudes are like, listen, bro, cottage cheese, little Greek yogurt. You put the seasoning in it. So
get back to your fighting weight, and next year on Radio Row, what are we in San Francisco next year?
Yeah.
We'll do Oklahoma drills live on set.
Done. Absolutely. I've got leverage on you, buddy. I can get low. I can get low.
That's fine. You can't get lower than me. On the radio, you hit low, I hit lower.
Yeah, I'll get low. I had leverage.
I got to come clean. I was the one that knocked Smokey out of commission for this.
Yeah.
He got in my way trying to chase down Myles Garrett, and I just bulldozed Smokey.
Where do you think is reasonable for him to get traded?
Eagles, Bills, Lions, Commanders, Chiefs. Woo! Those are 5.
Yeah. I don't think, one, he's going to be motivated to wind up in a place where it's not going to be plug-and-play championship level football.
Yeah, well, that was my biggest takeaway from him. He wants to win a championship.
Yeah.
Some guys say it and they go to places and they justify that they can win a championship, but we all know that they can't. He actually wants to win a championship.
Yeah.
That was my biggest takeaway.
Yeah. I mean, because if he just wanted to be in another team than the Browns, he could pick any other team.
Micah said it to me where he, and I think I did not say this on this show. I think I just said it on another show that I was on. But Micah said it to me. I brought it up. And he goes, yeah, it would be a race, first one to get to 20 sacks. But he goes, I don't know if we could afford both of us. So Micah was talking about the money part of it.
Yeah.
And Miles even talked about I know he says not about the money. There's going to be more money added to Myles Garrett.
Absolutely. Especially after Micah gets his deal.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to change. Zach, I know you got to get on the air.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy, for coming over. Sorry that Smokey wasn't here to see you.
I love seeing you, obviously, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's Craig, by the way?
Craig takes this week off.
Really?
Yeah. This is not his scene.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I do all these hits with you guys all throughout the year. And all I have to see is Paul.
Yeah.
Paul and Garrett.
Yeah.
You know, Smokey. I love you, Smokey.
All right. Zach Gelb, Infinity Sports Network. This is 365 Sports.